The Enlightenment, an era of intellectual awakening. The Enlightenment, spanning the 18th century, was a profound cultural and intellectual movement that reshaped the course of Western civilization. Emerging from the previous century's scientific revolution, the Enlightenment sought to apply reason, science, and empirical evidence to all aspects of human life, challenging traditional doctrines and institutions. Central to the Enlightenment was the belief that human reason could lead to progress and improvements in society. This period, often termed the Age of Reason, saw a dramatic transformation in political thought, philosophy, science, and education, laying the groundwork for many modern democratic and scientific advancements. Intellectual foundations and key philosophers. The intellectual underpinnings of the Enlightenment were deeply influenced by earlier thinkers such as René Descartes, whose emphasis on doubt and questioning established a new critical approach to knowledge. Building on this foundation, Enlightenment philosophers, or philosophers, like John Locke, Voltaire, and Immanuel Kant, advanced the ideas of individual rights, freedom of thought, and the separation of church and state. Locke's theories on government and human understanding were particularly influential, advocating for a social contract and the idea that government derives its power from the consent of the governed. Voltaire, with his sharp wit and critiques of religious and political oppression, championed civil liberties and freedom of speech. Kant's assertion that individuals should dare to know encapsulated the spirit of the Enlightenment, encouraging the pursuit of knowledge and rationality. Scientific advancements and the impact on thought. The Enlightenment era was marked by remarkable scientific progress. Figures such as Isaac Newton and Carl Linnaeus revolutionized understanding in fields ranging from physics to biology. Newton's laws of motion and universal gravitation not only advanced science, but also reinforced the Enlightenment belief in an orderly and comprehensible universe governed by natural laws. Linnaeus' system of classification brought a new level of order and understanding to the natural world. These scientific advancements influenced Enlightenment thinkers to apply the principles of observation and reason to societal issues, leading to the development of social sciences. The period saw the birth of economics as a distinct field, with Adam Smith's The Wealth of Nations laying the foundation for modern economic theory. Political ideals and revolutionary movements. The political landscape of the Enlightenment was characterized by an increasing emphasis on democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Enlightenment ideas directly influenced the American and French revolutions. In America, Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin were instrumental in embedding Enlightenment principles into the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, promoting ideals such as liberty, equality, and the pursuit of happiness. In France, Enlightenment ideas fueled the revolutionary fervor that led to the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the French Republic. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, a fundamental document from the French Revolution, was heavily influenced by Enlightenment concepts of individual freedom and justice. Social reforms and human rights. Beyond political upheaval, the Enlightenment also sparked significant social reforms. Philosophers criticized the injustices of their time, including serfdom, slavery, and the subjugation of women. Writers like Mary Wollstonecraft began to advocate for women's rights, laying early foundations for the feminist movement with works such as A Vindication of the Rights of Woman. The abolitionist movement gained momentum as Enlightenment thinkers condemned slavery as a violation of natural rights. Education reform was another major focus, with figures like Jean-Jacques Rousseau and Denis Diderot advocating for educational systems that fostered critical thinking and moral development rather than rote memorization and obedience. The spread of Enlightenment ideas. The dissemination of Enlightenment ideas was facilitated by the proliferation of books, pamphlets, and periodicals, as well as the establishment of salons and coffeehouses where intellectuals gathered to discuss and debate. The Encyclopédie, edited by Diderot and Jean-Laurent d'Alembert, was a monumental work that aimed to compile and disseminate knowledge across all fields of study. This ambitious project symbolized the Enlightenment's commitment to knowledge and education. The rise of print culture made Enlightenment ideas accessible to a broader audience, transcending social and geographical boundaries. This spread of knowledge fostered a more informed and engaged public, crucial for the democratic societies that many Enlightenment thinkers envisioned. Criticism and counter-Enlightenment. Despite its many achievements, the Enlightenment was not without its critics. Some argued that the emphasis on reason and science devalued tradition, emotion, and religion. Thinkers such as Jean-Jacques Rousseau criticized the Enlightenment for promoting materialism and weakening communal bonds. Rousseau believed that the focus on individualism and rationality could lead to alienation and moral decay. Additionally, the Counter-Enlightenment emerged as a movement that defended traditional values and structures against the sweeping changes proposed by Enlightenment thinkers. This period of critique and opposition highlighted the complexities and contradictions within the Enlightenment itself, revealing the diverse range of perspectives that existed during this transformative era. Legacy and influence. The legacy of the Enlightenment is vast and enduring. It laid the intellectual groundwork for modern democratic societies, emphasizing the importance of individual rights, scientific inquiry, and the rule of law. The Enlightenment's impact can be seen in the development of political institutions, the rise of secularism, and the advancements in education and human rights. Its influence extends to contemporary debates about the role of science and reason in public life, the relationship between the state and the individual, and the ongoing struggle for social justice. While the Enlightenment's ideals have been challenged and reinterpreted over time, the era's commitment to progress and the betterment of humanity continues to inspire and shape our world.